Alrighty, folks, welcome back to Sonic 06 Legacy of Solaris. We are continuing our playthrough with Miss Rouge the Bat here, so let's go ahead and get started. If you're wondering why the angle on the camera looks a little different, my second monitor broke, and I'm using Haley's 48-inch TV as my second monitor at the moment, and I'm going to buy a new monitor later this afternoon. So hopefully the rest of the parts will look a little bit more consistent, but for right now it's just gonna look a little goofy on the camera side. I actually do quite like the angle of this though. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with Rouge's story here. So talking about Rouge as a character gameplay wise in Sonic 06 Legacy of Solaris, she doesn't really have any new moves in her arsenal or anything. She has the ability to throw these bombs, which I do in the air because the lag time between throwing the bombs on the ground versus on the air is much shorter. It's kind of like using Sonic's green gem, where the attack is exactly the same in the ground and the air, but using it in the air is faster, so I'm going to use it in the air. If you are in the air and you hold the button, you can fire a barrage of 5 bombs, which is nice for some of these bigger enemies. Additionally, she can glide and climb on walls if the terrain is specifically tagged for her to be able to climb on it. That's a quirk of Sonic 06, is that there's only specific sections in the game and specific objects where the characters can climb. In the normal game of Sonic 06, this is a section we go through with Rouge anyway, so she's able to climb on the walls here, but she won't be able to climb on the walls all the time. But anyway, here we are in White Acropolis. Let's see what we have to do here, because I've just been fighting enemies. Gonna have to use bombs. Okay, I imagine I don't want to get caught in the searchlights, but if I do get caught, I just have to defeat some enemies, and that's going to... can I break this ice? I can, but it's not the way forward. Exclamation mark LOS, if anyone's wondering what I'm playing here. Let's see. Not all of them hit. That's very true. Not all of them hit sometimes. All right, looks like we're getting totally owned by, by having to... defeat all these enemy groups. I guess the idea was to reward stealth if you didn't get detected by the searchlights, but I'm doing a terrible job of that at the moment. One thing that you saw right there is the leader mechanic, which is something I try to mention in every Legacy of Solaris video. Is the leader mechanic is that there's one enemy that sometimes is the leader of a group of enemies, and if you destroy that enemy, you destroy the entire enemy formation that they govern. So like back there was an invisible one of these spider enemies. I defeated him and it destroyed all the enemies surrounding it. Probably not great for Eggman to have designed his robots that way, but hey, it makes us go a little bit faster. And the reason I make mention of it is that the Legacy of Solaris custom stages, very much like the leader mechanic. And I think it's kind of cool where they hide the leaders sometimes in the enemy formations to kind of reward people who know where they are and are able to get a move on much quicker. All right, so it kind of looks like we're going backwards in this section here, so I imagine I can just go right over here. The door's not going to open. Damn. That light is really bright. Yeah, the lens flare, or I guess the searchlight lights can be pretty bright. Yeah, regarding collision tags, to explain that just a little bit better, there's certain terrain in this game that has to have a tag for it to be climbable. So in 06, the only walls that are climbable are those walls that are specifically tagged to be climbable. And those are the sections that Rouge and Knuckles go through in the vanilla game. So Sonic's Flame Core, Shadow's Flame Core, Rouge's section of White Acropolis here, Rouge's section of Kingdom Valley, Knuckles' section of Aquatic Base, all of those are where you can actually climb. But hey, that completes White Acropolis. A pretty short first stage as we meet Shadow here. Again, the Amigo stages have no hub worlds, no town missions, or anything like that. Yeah, the leader mechanic did start in Sonic Heroes, you're correct. What's up, Zach? How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. It's been a while since I've seen you. We're doing Rouge's story in Legacy of Solaris right now. And if you notice, there is a lot of similarities between Rouge's story and Knuckles' story. Not in terms of the stages that you go through or the sections that you go through, but the fact that we have 7 stages, main stages that we go through, and then we're going to have 4 extra acts that are treasure hunting stages with like a radar and stuff, which is pretty cool. So I'm definitely excited to get to those. I'm not a massive fan of the treasure hunting, but I did quite enjoy the treasure hunting in Knuckles' story. So I'm excited to see how it goes here. Oh, what you saw me do right there is actually a one-frame trick. It's called the moon jump. It's if I believe you let go of glide the moment that you hit the ground. Rouge does this little flip in the air and does a moon jump. If I do them, it's absolutely on accident. So I think there's like a couple uses for it in the speed run, but these aren't really speed runs. They're just kind of playthroughs. So looks like we're gonna have to throw some bombs here. Unfortunately, no martial arts to be found. I guess Rouge forgot how to do that between Sonic Adventure 2 and this game, but oh well. Bombs are fine too, I guess. Probably more destructive. Let me see. I don't actually know what that switch activate. We might have to head back to the beginning of the stage. I'm not entirely sure. Ooh, looks like there's a 1-up down here. Love that. Professional retail runner. I am absolutely the most professional person playing retail. Rope bombs. I don't think going on the rope is the right path. Yeah, I want to grab this eagle here. I believe that Rouge grabbing the eagle here, along with a lot of the other Amigo characters that aren't Sonic, Shadow, or Silver. Well, I guess those are all of the Amigo characters. That's a custom animation for them being able to grab the eagle. I'm 90% sure anyway. I'm sure I'll get corrected, or I can ask Fen or Jotaro if they are custom. They may just be the pulley up animation, but I'm not entirely sure. Where the spring takes us. Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, in some instances, you kind of can just glide over all of the level design, which isn't the which isn't the greatest sometimes, but it works out. Ooh, looks like we get to switch to Shadow here, and we do have all of his upgrades from completing his story. So if you want to learn more about Shadow, I recommend watching the Legacy of Solaris part on Shadow. But for now, he's just Sonic without a spin dash and some different abilities. So it's that guy from the cutscene, the end credits cutscene. Oh my goodness. They brought the bombs back for Generations. Yeah, I think that's like a classic Sonic mission that Rouge uses her bombs or something. Pretty cool. Whoa. That wind animation didn't look like it was working quite right. When you glide in retail, the game applies an upward force to the character to counteract the game's gravity. If you release the glide, the flame before you land, you still have the upwards force, but no gravity. Interesting. Well, I'm glad I got to at least talk about an interesting tidbit while I was dying. We could do a door clip, but I'll save that. Damn it! You can do door clips if you so desire. Grabbing this invincibility would be nice because I have no rings. Yes, not being bad is very good in terms of playing the video game. Now we are in Rouge's key hunting section, so we can just climb and completely bypass this entire level. Gotta love it. I definitely think one of the best ways to balance Knuckles and Rouge would literally be to just give them the stamina meter from Breath of the Wild. I think it'd be really interesting to play the game like that. Or to play a game like that if we have more point A to B stuff. Let me guess, we're gonna have to collect 3 keys. Oh wow, what a surprise. I believe there's, whoa, okay. Yep, there's one right here. And then I guess we're just gonna have to look. There's no radar. Oh, well that's convenient. I think they're actually all in somewhat of a close proximity to the cage here. Please don't die, thank you. Let me check behind this wall. I do wish they kind of made a noise or something, because it's kind of hard in terms of conveyance where these keys actually are, but they're in pretty conspicuous locations, so I can't be too mad about it. At least the 2 that I found were. We'll see where the 3rd one is. Ah, there it is. Right up there. So they did put them in pretty close proximity, and they're pretty easy to see, so I don't blame them for that. Should be 3. Very nice. Let's go. Another thing, too, is that I believe it's a patch. I don't know if it's a patch or something that Legacy of Solaris itself changes, but there is, Rouge's and Knuckles' glide descent is not nearly as exponential as it is in Retail 06, which is nice. I don't believe the keys are randomized. No, not in the story stages. In the extra stages, they are. Not in the story stages. All right, next up, we got Crisis City, I believe. Unless we're just gonna skip it. Nope. Here we go. Looks like we've been doing a couple one-section stages. I think we had a 2-section stage, Kingdom Valley, and then 1 section of White Acropolis. Kind of interesting how they took the Sonic Adventure approach in making the Amigo stories, while still pretty robust, shorter than what you might expect from a full story, which, for me, I think is a nice thing. Let's see. Oh my goodness, just bypassing that stuff. Chaos did assist in the production of this. There's a lot of the stuff he did was in Silver's story, actually. He made a Mach speed animation for Blaze. He helped with the nighttime Crisis City skybox, all of that kind of stuff. Rouge can chain jump? Yeah. Rouge is, all of the characters in Legacy of Solaris are able to do all of the actions so that they can go through the stages. Do 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 do. All right, we did have a few longer stages in the beginning, so I guess one shorter stage will be fine unless we get launched to another section. But I couldn't imagine so. This is the end of Crisis City Section F here. Everyone's got a driver's license? Okay, I think except for the vehicles. I don't think there are any vehicles in Rouge or Omega's story. We will be seeing vehicles outside of Shadow's story, though. So you're going to have to stay tuned for the next couple parts of Legacy of Solaris.
It's a piece of cake.
How's the audio balance, guys? I know that we had some issues with the audio balance, and I think that was just because of the video editor, but I think everything is all good now. I think it should be good, because I meticulously went in this morning and made the audio for Legacy of Solaris literally be the exact same decibel range as PO6, so should be pretty good, I think. Just making sure it doesn't sound distorted or anything like that, because I play a good trick if anyone else is a streamer or does anything in OBS. A nice trick when it comes to audio, if you're using headphones as sensitive as mine. These are Sennheiser 958s, by the way, if you're interested. Very good headphones, highly recommend. I also recommend buying them used, because Sennheiser often tosses out promotions for buying their used equipment, so big fan of that. Might be slightly too quiet. If the worst thing is slightly too quiet, then, you know, you can just turn up the stream. This LOS? This is LOS. But yes, I also learned this might be a silly thing and something I should have known when I started video editing, that DaVinci Resolve actually has a mixer, so I'm able to make the videos now sound exactly the same as they do on stream, so that'll be nice, and the audio quality will be much more consistent. I do apologize for the recent audio quality jump. Switching to DaVinci Resolve has been a great decision, but I'm still learning it. But I've been able to make quite a lot better videos, I think, with DaVinci Resolve over using OpenShot, so I hope that the videos in the last week or so have been a reflection of that. I'm missing out on LOS streams. It's going to be hard to miss out this week because we got LOS today and we're also going to do LOS tomorrow. I may even give you guys a mega stream tomorrow since we're doing a short one today, but we'll see. DaVinci Resolved is insane as a free video editor. Like, I looked up a lot of videos on Sony Vegas because it was the one I was considering. But then I looked up DaVinci Resolve, and Sony Vegas and DaVinci Resolve are literally the same video editor. Like, they have different UI, and Sony Vegas, I think, has like 1 or 2 more things you can do. But DaVinci Resolve is great. Highly recommend learning it. I don't know if I'd recommend learning it as your first video editor, because I think a video editor like OpenShot is a lot more simple and intuitive. Like, you could consider OpenShot like Canva, and then DaVinci Resolve like Photoshop or PaintNet. Kind of like a thing you upgrade to, but is very overwhelming when you first start. At least for me. Yeah, I gotta do a backlog of those videos for the subathon next week. Gotta have that backlog ready to go. Here we go in Flame Core. I imagine we're gonna see a 2-section stage here. One thing, while we have seen some bosses in other stories, I believe Rouge does not have any bosses. So we're just gonna be going through from stage to stage, which I can't say I mind, because while boss fights are kind of fun in the Sonic series sometimes, the 06 bosses are not nearly the case. The Iblis 3 custom fight in Blaze's story, though, was pretty fun, I will say. So that's how you change the game audio in the LOS video? Yes, I record the videos in separate audio tracks, and there was a very... I don't know what happened with the Shadow LOS video and why some people were having issues with it. LOS streams this week, unfortunately. Dang, Violus, I'm sorry, dude. You're here now, though, while I'm playing Legacy of Solaris, so... There you go. I actually think we're gonna switch to Shadow here since we're Rouge, or we might switch to Omega even. Actually, no, we won't, because Omega's not here. Sounded fine to me. That's the interesting thing, is like, it did sound fine to me, but some people said they had issues. But now that I know there's a volume mixer within DaVinci Resolve, so I'm able to look at the audio beforehand, hopefully there won't be any issues with the audio going forward here. It just kind of sucks. I may down... Well, I guess I can't now because I deleted the... Because every time I finish and like have the video done and ready, I always delete it off my computer to save space, because especially the Legacy of Solaris videos can be gargantuan in file size. And of course, I always got to save the file sizes for future streams and stuff, and especially the subathon. That's going to take up quite a bit of my hard drive if we max out the timer. So just to make sure I didn't miss any of the orbs. I did not. I don't believe the orbs here are in the same place that they are in Rouge's story, or in Shadow's story, but they might be, actually, now that I'm looking at it. But yeah, I have some pretty hefty ass when it comes to the subathon, but you know, if we don't have lofty goals, then you know, what's the point? Can't do big things if you don't have big goals. There's going to be a lot of stuff you guys will be able to do when you sub, give bits, or if you're an insane person, tip me via the tip link. Yeah, if anyone's got those 529 college funds, just drop them on the subathon. I swear it's a better use of your money. Shadow's homing attack in Retail 06 is ridiculous. Because it was glitched out. It's actually not intended to be that way, though. Honestly, you could convince me that that was intended the entire time. All right, protein shake done, which means I'm gonna get swole. All right, cutscene, and now we get to play Rouge's Tropical Jungle. Which, unfortunately, she just kind of totally decimates. We just, you know, go up here, and then with the new gliding and LOS, you do drop a little bit. I don't actually know if Rouge's gliding was changed that much, because for some reason there was a discrepancy between Rouge's and Knuckles' gliding. She descended a lot slower than Knuckles did. But they changed Knuckles' gliding. I don't know if they made it even with Rouge's gliding or if they changed both of their glides entirely. This is the stage of all time in Retail 06. It's literally just glide to the end and you win. Thank you, Havoc's physics engine, for hit the damn guy. Thank you. I believe that. Whoa. Okay. Our Tropical Jungle is a very glide to win stage. You're correct. Do 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 do. All right, we are zooming through this. I think we're almost done. Was that stage 5? I kind of forget how fast the Amigo stories can go compared to the Major Hedgehog stories. I can't say I'm not happy to have all of the Major Hedgehog stories behind me, because making the info cards when it comes to the town missions and just all of the information I like to get through. When it comes to those, while it's very rewarding, it is incredibly, incredibly exhausting. The Amigo stories are much more manageable. I think we're gonna have to search for keys, maybe? Question mark? Oh, nope, just a switch. Thank goodness. Do. Oh, do we get some Rouge automation? Let's go. Oh, nice. That seemed to work out well. Do. Too bad Rouge doesn't get to go through the Mach speed section, because that would be really fun. Oh, okay, there we go. I was like, are we gonna switch to Shadow or not? I imagine we got a hover car section in front of us, which is why we switched to Shadow, but we'll see. I think this is actually the most we switched to the main Hedgehog in any of the Amigo stories so far. Because I know we played as Silver in Wave Ocean, in Amy's Wave Ocean. We played as Sonic in Tails and Knuckles' Aquatic Base. But we switched to Shadow twice here. Oh. Yeah, it looks like we got a hover car section. So we're just gonna have to wait to see more Rouge Wave Ocean until the end of the world. Kind of looks like, though, with how it's set up, that they actually gave you a choice if you wanted to remain playing as Rouge or play as Shadow here. Okay, the gold ring is not there. That's not good. Ah, okay. That's pretty cool. Or we can just skip them all, like I'm doing. We looked away for a few seconds and I'm a few stages ahead. Yeah, Rouge's story stages, they seem to go pretty quickly. There's a lot less of an emphasis on combat compared to Knuckles' story, I would imagine, because Rouge just doesn't have as good quote-unquote combat options like Knuckles does. Or Knuckles is supposed to anyway in 06. I'm pretty sure the hover cars always had 200 bullets. Yeah, Violus. I'm not 100% for certain, but I'm like pretty sure. Did someone say end of the world? No, it couldn't be. Man, here we are already at the end of Rouge's story. Man, have we been playing for like, what, 20 minutes? But Rouge finally getting her comeuppance in Dusty Desert. For whatever reason, even though she's with Omega and Shadow in Retail 06 in Shadow's story, we don't get to play as her at all in Dusty Desert. But maybe that's because you play as Rouge pretty heavily in Shadow's story. You play as her in White Acropolis, play as her in Kingdom Valley, Flame Core, and she has her extra stage Tropical Jungle. So that's 4 times right at the beginning. And you only switch to Omega twice in Retail 06. Nah, man, all style. All style. For sure. Or I can just skip them. Oh, I love it. LOS randomizer mod when? I actually think there is an 06 randomizer, like a Retail 06 randomizer. that I think Nux fan is working on. Yo, what's up, Zenfus? How you doing? Touch the sand? Never. The sand is scary. And for some reason, it looks like water. Only real retail 06ers will get that joke. And somehow there's wind in the desert? Not sure how that works. Drank the sand. No. Oh, another moon jump. Been doing a lot of those on accident. Oh, hey, Shadow's with us. That's nice. Yo, what's up, Vex? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, dude. I am having a great time. How are you doing today? All right, here we go. The Dusty Desert interior. Hoo hoo hoo. Wow, I have been doing a lot of accidental moon jumps. I don't know if some change they made to Rouge and Legacy of Solaris made it easier, because it is definitely not an easy trick to do. Maybe I just have to bop this guy. Thankfully, the bomb barrage can destroy enemies extremely quickly. Oh, we're doing Omega's section as Shadow. That's fun. Or Amy's section, depending on how you want to look at it. Trying to do something different. What do you not like about LOS? Just because it's a modded version of Retail 06, so a lot of the trappings from Retail 06 stay here. I feel like it's pretty easy to adjust to, though. Oh my gosh. LOS made me like Retail 06, so you can feel the lag. We're not lagging right now, though. But how you doing, Naylan? Welcome to the stream, dude. But yeah, because it is a mod of Retail 06, it does contain all the trappings of it still. Or not all of them. A lot of the stuff is fixed via the patches in the mod manager. But I can definitely see how it's a pain for some. It might be worth actually going into Chaos Boost here. Do some Chaos Blast. So much for increased range. I think it's something wonky with those Titans hitboxes, because I remember that happening during mission 15. Still janky and slippery controls. As much as I don't like the slippery controls and lack of momentum in, or I should say physics, because momentum isn't really the right word for Sonic games, as Pariah has informed me. But he's right. Like, it's not really about momentum. Momentum's just one piece. It's really just the physics of Sonic as a whole. Like, Legacy of Solaris still lacks that, but for what 06 is, this is the absolute best experience of it. So many stages, lots of fixes that make it more than playable, and in fact fun, in my opinion anyway. I mean, it made me like Retail 06, so... I never go into Chaos Attack because I added an extra patch that disables the Chaos Attack because the Chaos Attack is dumb. This might be a leader here. Honestly, the 5-bomb combo has been a lot more useful than I expected it to be. Something that Sonic fans sleep on? What do they sleep on? Physics in Sonic games? I mean, physics, at least for me, is what made me a fan of Sonic games, so I definitely can't say I'm sleeping on it at all. Man, it looks so weird looking over at OBS on this giant, giant TV and also seeing a wacky angle. Because normally I'm not like this on screen, but honestly, I kind of like this angle better. Let me know what you guys think in the YouTube comments and in the Twitch chat. And what you like, because I can try to recreate this angle if it looks better than the other one.
Okay, let's check.
It's the physics. Well, momentum is one piece of the physics. Like, if you actually, you know, have taken the science class and know what momentum is just the speed that you carry based on how fast you're going. Like, very literally, it's momentum times momentum is mass times velocity. But like what people are talking about isn't just momentum. They're not just talking about rolling down slopes to go faster. They're talking about being able to do crazy slope jumps and, you know, carry your speed into different things and jumping being better and all that stuff. All right, well, that was Rouge's story, so let's go ahead and jump right into the extra stages here. Wow, that was a lot faster than I expected. Go ahead and start off with our first key hunt in Kingdom Valley. For the extra stages, want to give huge shout outs to Fen the Otter, Gordon Ramsay, those two once again, and then also I had forgotten to mention, but put it in a note in Knuckles' story, is also Nancy. They also used to go by, or I think still go by, Kara, as well. They're the ones who, I believe, programmed the radar assets. And then, of course, Chaos also provided the key assets here. But in all four of these extra stages, just like with Knuckles, we've got ourselves a radar and randomized key locations along with randomized hints, which is pretty freaking dope. So excited about that. Stupid egg walker zapping me with his laser. Thankfully, the treasure hunting is a lot more contained. I would say it's a lot more like the SA1 treasure hunting in terms of stage size versus SA2, and thank goodness, because SA2's stages can get extremely bloated in terms of the key hunt. Let's see. It's like it's maybe in an enemy here. I'm actually not sure if it can be in an enemy, but... okay, maybe it's over here in this. Aha! There we go. Well, in just a minute 20, that was our first stage. Very cool. Gordon Ramsay does not refer to the chef. Yeah, I know. He's a clout stealer. He's the chef of 06. So appropriately, his name is Gordon Ramsay. Eggman's mechs fighting Iblis monsters. It would have been cool to see the two factions fighting each other, yeah. All right, let's see what we got next. The highest point in the ruins. I believe that's right up here. Okay, that collision's a bit weird on that thing there. Can we climb these? We cannot climb those, okay. Oh, we're gonna have to figure a way around. I think actually all we have to do is take this vine. Or jump off it at least. Then I believe maybe run around this way. This is a bit tricky here. Cooking in progress, yeah. Oh, jeez. And most of the time it has to be random. I do get annoyed in Sonic Adventure 2 with, of course, the radar nerf. Turning off the nerf on the radar via mods is very nice. It makes the treasure hunting stages much better. But even still, like, when you get to the space stages, they're just so fucking big. Moon jump into the vine. Oh, yeah. Isolated platform near the vine. Oh. Well, how convenient is that? Let's see. I imagine we're going to be back this way. See if I can find another hint. And again, the hints are randomized. Very cool. I believe it was Gordon specifically who did that. So, very neat bit of programming here. Forgot how big Tropical Jungle can be as a stage. I don't actually know how many key locations are possible for each of the keys. I would imagine somewhere between 9 different locations total, or maybe even more than that. I have no idea. Is it down here? Let's see, are these some leaders we can own? Oh yeah, it's in the cage over there. So I imagine we just gotta own these guys. Thankfully, Rouge's bombs make quick work of that. The Havoc's physics engine actually working in our favor here. Give me a ring, please. And one more. Very nice. All right, that completes Tropical Jungle. Very cool. Do. How come Rouge can jump on vines in retail but not in Project 06? Rouge can grab vines in Project 06. What do you mean?
What did you think of my
Rouge is one of the 3 characters in that game that can grab vines by default. Squad, not quite sure what you mean, but welcome to the stream, man. All right, starting off with a key already. That's nice. We can actually climb these, sort of. I guess that's one way to climb up objects. I think we're locked to... Ooh, okay. Yeah, we're just locked to this area here, so... Oh, it's not under, is it? It might be up, actually. Seeing the ping. It's red. Where are you? Oh my goodness. Well, there's one. Wow, looks like we got pretty lucky with the randomization here. Let's see. I think this will tell us. Blast away the pillar. So do I just blow it up? Somehow? How does one blow up the pillar? Oh, a wall bomb. Yeah, you're right. That makes sense. Can you do this in Retail 06? Oh! That was scary. Because wall bombs apparently... Oh, I guess that actually makes sense that wall bombs are a lot stronger. Cool. Thank you, Rev. We would have been there for a minute. I honestly kind of forgot the wall bomb was a thing, even though we used it like just a couple stages ago. It has hints like SA2. Yeah, it is very cool. Plus, these stages are a lot more condensed, so it's a lot nicer. All right, final stage, Dusty Desert. Do we get the outdoor section? Because that'd be pretty cool. We do. I imagine since this is the last treasure hunting stage, there's gonna be quite a bit, quite a few locations we're gonna have to check, so strap in, folks. In the middle pillar. So it's one of these. Can I wall bomb these? Oh, I can't climb on them, so. Oh, cool. All right. Dude. Participate. Don't anticipate, Bomb Squad. Come on. Gotta have some fun. Sharky, that's a lot of sand, let me tell you, man. Okay, looks like it's condensed a bit. I mean, Dusty Desert A is such a massive area. I've got some visual artifacts there. Just got to refresh the cache by pressing F4 on your keyboard. Woo, that was close. It's not over here, but the hover car is here. I guess maybe a key can spawn on top of the hover car or something. See. Unfortunately, oh, we can climb certain things. That's interesting. Resting upon a fossil. Isn't that like way over here? I'm pretty sure it's like way over here. Also, awesome collision. Hey, it works out. This might have been a death sentence. I have to commit. Oh? I don't know how that worked, but I think... Oh, we have to find all three again. Damn it. That's too bad. But yeah, I guess this, I'll probably edit out the failed attempt. Maybe, we'll see. Always curious as to what I end up deciding to do in the future. So hello, future Selmo. And I'm sorry for dying and making your life harder. She commits to the T-pose? Absolutely. Got a key here, and I think there was a hint ring near here we can check. Casey does first try. Let's go, dude. Future mode doesn't want to die. No, it does kind of pain me a little bit when I'm making these Legacy of Solaris parts and I die. And I'm just like, fuck. Well, there goes extra work. Shit. Shit. No. Rouge. Can I climb these, please? Yeah, let's go. Resting upon a fossil. Oh, the same one that we had last time. Okay. Is it this fossil, maybe? Oh, it definitely is. I can see it. Come on. Come on. Nice. Yo, let's go. That was Rouge's story complete. Hey, that was way faster than I expected it to be, but I hope you all enjoyed. Next time I see you, we will be doing Omega's story and Legacy of Solaris. So thank you all so much for watching. Have yourselves a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.